Hello everyone. I think it's been a long time since I posted a video on my Boy the Goofball channel about trains, model trains. And I've been busy since late December 2022 working two jobs. Now I'm working a full-time job, good paying full-time job, and then the restaurant on Saturdays. Well, now I have the apartment to myself. My mom is in a nursing home, and it's so quiet. I don't like being alone here. It is so quiet. Almost there's a few of my mom's things that are in the apartment left to go. Just a very few things. Oh wait, just that. Be under the green blanket is a lighted hutch trying to sell for just 25 bucks. Anyway, back to the train room on this west end where I had five of these cheap walnut cabinets. Those are going into my bedroom after I trim the bottom so they can clear the ceiling. There was nice cherry cabinets here that was sold today. They went out the door today. The shelves over there, they're going to go in a different, I think beyond the second fridge is my bedroom, which is going to be like a train storage room. And this is going to be a dedicated train layout room. I'm facing north right there. From north to south, it's about 15 feet 6 inches. From east to west, it's about 14 feet 4 inches. And I've had a dream for decades. It's April 2025. I've had a dream for decades to have a room this big just for a train layout. And it's finally going to happen. It's not going to happen fast. I work a lot. My job takes a lot out of me. This is the train layout table. I think I started building this in 2018. It's basically a 4x8 sheet of plywood. And then with hinges, it's another width-wise with this added section. It's 77 inches wide, 96 inches long. We had to move the train layout yesterday. Me and two of my brothers and my sister-in-law had to move the train layout this way to get the cherry cabinets out. But I'm going to try and figure out a way to move this train table back into this corner all by myself. I'm going to have to probably reinforce these legs at least temporarily. And so I can drag it on the carpet. Or I don't know, maybe I can figure out a way to put wheels under it or something. I'm going to have to move all the boxes and stuff. But I'd like to do it without having to take all that stuff off. That just would be easier. But I don't know. Sometimes it's sometimes it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. How much work you do. This piece was screwed on. This one tipped a little bit as we pushed it. So did this one tipped a little bit as we pushed it. But I'm going to have to do this in steps so I don't, I need energy for my job. I have a very physically demanding job working at a machine shop. I get 24 bucks an hour, and after my review, 25 bucks an hour, and then benefits. And Yeah, there are people at this machine shop that get paid less than I do. There's some that get only 18, but they're working a physically easier job than what I do. But I don't know. I'm thinking about having a loop at this end going around, and we go around north end, have a swing up, either a lift out or a swing up, another loop right around, turnaround loop here, and it's going to have, well, it's not big enough to have 096 curves. Those are 096 curves from Menards. It's going to be big enough where I can have 072 curves and then actually run a long train on it. That's my dream. I, of course, grew up with 027 curved track, and you know how limited of the length of a train you can run on 027 curves. And I grew up with MPC trains. My brother got a train set from, I think, Black Diamond Express, I think, from 73 or 74, 75. And you know how limited an 027 curve is. And I just hate that. Just hate it, how limited. So with this, I could run a 50 car train. I could easily run a 50 car train. But the good part, I'm thinking of right here. Right here. This is the entry door here to the apartment. This is I think about 56 inches from corner up to here. And how deep is it? Let me get out the old. This is a 4-foot stick. Not a yardstick, it's a 48-inch stick. We've had since the 80s or 70s. Okay, let's see how it is. 39 inches. I'm thinking about building another train table right here. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind, but maybe a train table here. Maybe have like a multi-level yard. Maybe have a multi-level. I'm thinking a yard on this side. And then, but maybe a multiple level yard. Have it loop around. Come around through here. I don't know. Or else maybe just have a workbench. Train workbench right here. Or I don't know. I could have a train workbench back in my old bedroom. Okay, that's the second fridge back there. I think that's going to be going. Or I have two fridges here. Mom had these two fridges, then a stand-up freezer, then an old half-size freezer with the lid up on top. We had that in the kitchen. That went to my sister-in-law of brother number 4. And I can't justify keeping two fridges. But plus, of course, though, how many dollars a month am I spending on electricity for a second fridge? But anyway, well, behind that second fridge is my current bedroom, which is going to be train storage. I don't know, maybe just have a tinkering desk back there. I'm having a wild thought. Connected to this train layout, have an elevated section. The elevated section goes through this room, along the right side here. There's a door behind, a second door to this apartment behind here, but it hasn't been opened in 25 years. It's stuck shut. So we get a loop going in my old bedroom, coming back around through here. And of course with lift up bridges, lift out sections, so of course I can still use this as an apartment. And then come through here, lift out sections, and then along here a semi-permanent section, a lift out, and another loop here through what's going to be my new bedroom. So can you imagine that from this end of the apartment? It's a 3-bedroom apartment. I am spoiled. I am spoiled now. I have a large 3-bedroom apartment. The view, I'm not going to show you the view because I don't want anyone to figure out where I live, but the view that I have is pretty darn good. And so loop around, so from my new bedroom through the middle room, through the train room, back to my old bedroom and loop around. That's got to be, I don't know, from one end to the other at least 50 or 60 feet. And of course with lift outs. I'm just tickled pink thinking of this. This sounds like so much fun. I might actually run out of track if I started building that. I've been buying a lot of Menards track in the last, I don't know, about 6 years, 6, 7 years or so, or maybe 8, because their track is so darn inexpensive. I mean, I think the 096 curves are like $3.99 or $4.99 a piece. Unless you buy a case, you can buy a case. And the price for a case comes out to less than half that per section. I highly suggest getting Menards track. It's a good bargain. I had Fast Track on my old layout in my bedroom, and that stuff was noisy, it was expensive, and it just looked like a toy train track. I started selling it all about 2017, 2018, when I was taking down my old train layout. I just didn't like how noisy Fast Track was. So, I don't know, things could change. I'm gonna go back on the market, see if I can fall in love again. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah. So if I actually found a wife, she'd be, wow, I can't believe you got this apartment for this price with 3 bedrooms. And the view is quite something. Well, it's not the best view you could find in an apartment in town, but it's one of the better ones. It's a good location. It's off-street parking. And, but anyway. Well, I've been rambling on. This will be fun. But it is so quiet with my mom not here. I just, this was the room she spent most of her time in right here. She had her couch and her stuff, and my family. We've done a lot of work clearing her stuff out and all that. So anyway, so you might be seeing more train videos on the channel in the coming months. I shouldn't have said might. I should have said you will be seeing more train videos in the coming months. But of course, it's April. I'm going to get lawn equipment going. I should get my front deck project up and finished. I need to do work on my Ford Rangers. But anyway, this room just feels so much bigger again. With the cherry cabinets out and with the cheap wall, I don't know if they're colored walnut. That's not really a walnut, is it? Anyway. Alright, well, I'm kind of pointlessly rambling on in my video. thanks for watching. This should be fun. It really should be fun to get to run trains again. I can't remember. I think the last time I ran trains was I had a temporary loop around here that I do have videos of, and I took that apart to build this one that just had an S-curve to climb up to a little hill. Never finished that. I just was really too limited on room with that one. So I do have plywood. My mom had this plywood down. This was her sewing room and her bedroom, and she had the plywood down. And so that's going to be used to expand the train layout. There's what, 1, 2, 3 different pieces, and not full 4x8. So I have some more plywood at my storage that I could use to expand this, but I have to keep into consideration the there's these hot water heat things around here and around that part of this room that I need to have access to them in case one of them had a hole, and because that's under high pressure. There, about 15 years ago, there was one of them that behind that couch that burst just as I was walking through the room, and that had to be patched and fixed up. But hot water heat like that is really cheap to operate. It's very safe. It's I believe the safest type of home heater that you can get. All right, well, oh boy, there's stuff stacked on my trains. I gotta be more careful. I got these extra DM&IR 8158s, 8159 cabs. If you watch on eBay, once in a while you come across a deal. Like one person might want $60 for one of these, and the next person 6 months later might want 12. So I bought a few extra of these, but all right, I got some more things to do. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.